Wow, Hawaii really is as hot as they say, isn't it? We want to check into the hotel soon, dear. Where are you at right now? We're not in Hawaii, ma'am. We're actually in Antarctica. Ah, the Antarctic. Oh, very nice. Wait, what?
Trouble busters!
She's here now? Wait, what the hell? Did those people really follow us all the way here? My, the South is really beautiful.
Let's go on and have fun to our heart's content, eh?
Yes, let's. No matter how much we play, Melanie will carry all the fees anyway, as usual. Honestly, though, she is so helpful with that convenient wallet of hers. Again, huh? I'm looking forward to it so much, Melanie, darling. We'll enjoy ourselves to the fullest as usual, okay? I'm Melanie, and I'm currently right in the middle of my honeymoon, but I can't believe my in-laws are coming along to the trip. And let me guess, they're going to assume I'm paying for everything again this time, huh? But this is my honeymoon after all. Am I overthinking it? So this is the spectacular view of the South that's known to be among the most beautiful in the world, huh? Oh, it's from Mrs. Swada. Hello? Melanie, dear, did you have a look at my messages? What? Sorry, I put you on speaker by accident. Anyway, we've arrived, dear. Wow, Hawaii really is as hot as they say, isn't it? We want to check into the hotel soon, dear. Where are you right now? Excuse me, ma'am, did you just say you're in Hawaii right now? Yes, we heard that your honeymoon destination was going to be Hawaii, so we decided to tag along too.
You seem to have thought you could just go off on your own, quietly, but that's not gonna happen, dear.
I'll never allow you two to go on a trip without us tagging along. No, sir. Nevertheless, folks, this time it's our honeymoon, something extremely important. What are you trying to say? It's more fun to go on a trip with everyone, right?
Yeah, I agree. It would be lonely if you two were alone together, so we came along for your sake.
I think it's up to me and Daichi to decide if we would be lonely or if we wouldn't, people. And also... And as such, as a thank you, be a lamb and please cover for our travel expenses, okay? Ignoring my opinion? Seriously? I want you to listen to what I have to say, ma'am. Come now, Melanie, you have more than enough money, don't you? You always financially support us nowadays, don't you? Why, just the other day you bought me some high-end golf clubs and also a high-end brand handbag, didn't you? We're saving money on meals too, and that's a huge help, you see. I am, but I'm pushing it a little at that point. And more importantly, this time, regarding my honeymoon with Daichi, we have a bigger issue than money. What kind of disrespectful wife can you be, demanding that your husband pay for the entire trip? I have absolutely no intention of making him pay, ma'am. Listen, neither my husband nor I are working anymore, and we don't have much money. But I do believe Miss Airy is working and has a stable salary. Sure, but it's part-time work, you know, and I'm doing my best to save up my pocket money by working 2 3-hour shifts during the week. Maybe even a small amount of what you've saved. Are you going to talk back at Airy, Melanie? Oh, hold on. Sorry, dear. While we were talking, we got to the hotel.
God damn, we get to stay at a luxury hotel for free?
That's just amazing. My in-laws went on a trip of their own free will without any consultation from me or Daichi, to my knowledge, and expect me to pay for everything. I can't turn a blind eye to the inexcusable behavior of these 3 assholes anymore. I think it's time to confront them with the truth. Unforgivable. Troublebusters! Come on now, get over here already. The place is the Traja Royal Hotel, got it? Ma'am, I must emphasize that it's impossible. We're in a completely different place than where you 3 say you are. Oh, but it's Hawaii, so if you feel like it, you can move over this way right away, can't you? We're not in Hawaii, ma'am. We're actually in Antarctica. Oh, the Antarctic. Oh, very nice. Wait, what?
Isn't Antarctica that icy wasteland where the South Pole is?
Yes, indeed. Why? Oh, this doesn't make any sense. I believe that's my line, ma'am. I don't remember saying anything about going to Hawaii. Was it young Koke, your childhood friend? He told us that you two were going to Hawaii for your honeymoon.
Did you make a reservation for 3 people, folks?
Yes, we did.
To avoid any trouble with the hotel in the future, we will require payment in advance. This time, we would like to ask for $7,300 per person for a stay of 3 nights and 4 days. 7,300?
7,300 yen? 7,300 US dollars is about 1 million in Japanese yen, ma'am.
1
million yen?
Yes?
That much? These stupid ass hats, they definitely made the reservation without checking the price. I suppose it can't be helped, but there's no need to worry. $7,300 shouldn't be a problem for Melanie. I absolutely refuse.
What?
Hey now, why the hell won't you pay for us? As I just said, first of all, we are currently in different places, and additionally, we never allowed you or your family to accompany us on this honeymoon trip.
How dare you say that? You still call yourself family with that disrespectful attitude?
And I've explained it to you many times that it was a honeymoon. So does that mean that the family can't come along because it's a frickin' honeymoon? I'm not saying that per se, but a honeymoon is something that the bride and groom go on together, just the two of them. It's ridiculous to expect me to pay for what is clearly your mistake despite being on opposite ends of the world. But your childhood friend? Definitely.
Mom? I was listening to everything just now. But what was that childhood friend of mine? What name did you say he was called?
Was it young Koike? Sorry, I don't remember exactly, but I think that's what it was. And I couldn't see his face clearly because he was wearing a mask and a hat.
Koike, you said. I don't know anyone like that.
What?
But it was definitely your childhood friend. No, I think you just assumed it was the wrong person.
The wrong person? Let's assume Daichi really did have a childhood friend called Koike, ma'am, but would you take his word for it and go to Hawaii without the slightest sense of skepticism? You can't blame us for that. We wanted to go to Hawaii for so long. Then it's even more so now because you decided that you had wanted to go to Hawaii of your own choice. You would have to cover the costs this time. I won't pay even a single penny. No, we'll be in huge trouble if you don't pay, Melanie. Even if you say so, we're in Antarctica now, remember? Even if we were willing to pay, how would we pay?
If you simply fricking fly from Antarctica over to Hawaii on another plane, ka-ching, ka-ching, problem solved, everyone's happy.
That's right. You come to Hawaii and save us. That's what you should do. Even if that were a good idea, Antarctica doesn't have any direct flights to Hawaii. You understand?
Are you sure? Yeah, Dad. You have to go through a South American country to get to Antarctica.
So it's impossible to go to Hawaii right away. No can do, folks.
Not to mention the fact that we came to Antarctica on a cruise ship that left Argentina with a varying schedule, see?
Considering the time, it'll take even longer to get to Hawaii because of that. But isn't Antarctica close to Hawaii? Close, ma'am? It's anything but close, I'm afraid. But they're the same South, isn't it? Considering the fact Japanese folks call Hawaii the South, whilst we Americans call Antarctica the South, the distance from Hawaii to Antarctica is about 13,686 kilometers. I don't understand what you're saying. Give me a concrete example. The Japanese archipelago is about 3,000 kilometers long, so maybe you'd understand if you thought of it as 4.5 times the length of Japan. There's that much distance? And the reason Hawaii is called the South from your perspective is because it's located south of Japan in terms of longitude. But as a matter of fact, it's within the range of the 18th parallel in the Northern Hemisphere, so it's actually north of the equator.
Oh, so that's how it is.
I think I just learned something new. This isn't the time for a geography class. What do we do now?
Mrs. Sawada? Sir, must we have to pay in advance for our stay here? Yes, sir.
But what if we pay during our stay instead?
That would be a no, ma'am.
Oh, this is a huge problem. This is what you get for reserving a luxury hotel without thinking about the consequences. Because we assumed that you would pay for everything as usual, Melanie. All things considered, I wish you'd stop assuming that I would always have your back whenever you're in trouble. A hotel that costs 1 million yen per person, you say? I'm not rich enough to pay for something like that.
But weren't you rich, Melanie?
That's also a misunderstanding. I'm not rich, folks. I merely saved up quite an amount by saving and saving over the course of my career. We split the cost of our honeymoon as a newlywed couple, too. The money spent on the trip depleted almost all of my savings in one go. Really? Yes. So no matter how hard I try, I can't pay for your travel expenses all the time.
So that's the truth, isn't it? Well then, Daichi, you'll have to do it this time. Daichi, darling, do something, please, will you?
Hold on. Isn't it a shame to make your son pay for your mistakes?
Shut up, this is an emergency.
What kind of emergency is this? Melanie also said this, but this time you went to Hawaii of your own volition, right? Don't you think it's strange to make Melanie pay for that trip of yours? And from what I've heard so far, you've been asking her for money this whole damn time.
No, we're not. See, Melanie is a kind person, so I thought she'd give us money since we're her family.
How dare you?
Maybe you were trying to get Melanie to pay for y'all this time using the same tactics? Tactics? Tactics, the boy says. Perish the thought, isn't that right, Melanie?
Hey, Melanie, say something.
I see. I thought so. Who would have thought y'all were that kind of people, huh?
No, we're not. We just wanted to celebrate your marriage to the kind and beautiful Melanie.
That's right. We thought it would be more moving to celebrate with the entire family in person. And, well...
This is such a bother, and I do not appreciate any of it.
Why did you say that?
Hey now, you said you wanted to celebrate with us, and yet you tried to make me and Daichi pay for the extra expenses? Why is that?
That would be our fee for doing you this favor.
That's exactly why I don't need you to celebrate.
We don't want any forced goodwill on us.
No, wait! Oh, this celebration isn't just for you and Melanie, son. See, Ari, who's been unemployed for 3 years, finally got a part-time job the other day, right?
This trip is also to celebrate Eddie graduating from being unemployed and commemorating 3 months of part-time work.
If darling Daichi or Melanie paid for this trip to celebrate my achievement...
Enough with the ridiculous bullshit.
What?
It may be great indeed that Ari is working her part-time job, but isn't it a little overboard to celebrate so lavishly?
I mean, it's up to us how we celebrate our daughter's achievements.
But if that's the case, wouldn't it be common sense if you provided the money for the celebratory trip?
But that's why the rest of the family...
You two are Ari's parents, are you not?
Right, if you really care about Eri's achievement, then you two ought to provide the funds to celebrate.
But we don't have the money, so we just celebrate her amazing accomplishment with a good time.
No, that shouldn't be something you say so openly.
Oh my god, you've been pissing me off for such a long frickin' time now. Frickin' understand, we're in trouble already.
I know, I've already figured that out.
Then you should shake a leg and...
Mom, we spent all our money on our honeymoon, so we don't have much savings left at all.
Really?
Yeah.
So if this desperate situation keeps going like this, we won't even be able to leave Hawaii, let alone stay in a hotel?
Huh? Are you serious?
I'm serious.
If I may, didn't you buy round-trip tickets for the trip?
Well, to be frank, we could barely afford to buy one-way tickets. That's why we're asking you to frickin' help us.
Wow, who would have thought people could be such poor planners?
It's mostly your fault, Melanie.
Why does it have to be concluded like that?
We're in trouble because you didn't explain everything properly.
You better take responsibility, huh?
You are absolutely preposterous.
Melanie, can I borrow your phone for a bit?
Sure.
Wait, Daichi, do you finally feel like paying?
Oh.
Yeah, if we keep talking, there'll be no end to this ridiculous bullshit, and they might call again, so let's turn your phone off.
Good idea.
All right then, let's enjoy our honeymoon in Antarctica, dear.
Hell yeah. It's no use. No matter how many times I call, I can't get through. I think they both have their phones turned off.
What are we going to do?
My apologies, folks, but it's time to pay.
Can we cancel?
Cancellation the day of is not possible unless you're willing to pay the full amount as per company rules.
Excuse me?
No, this is common sense.
But we don't have any money, sir.
So you can't pay with money, I see.
That stupid bitch, Melanie, she'll pay for this.
I think your family should be coming home sometime very soon.
Yeah.
We're home.
Oh,
Damn, speak of the devil.
so you came back safely, I see.
Oh, you were worried about us?
Well, yeah, a little. But more importantly, how did you do it?
There were a lot of things that happened at once, but somehow we all got it to work out.
But you were completely penniless, weren't you?
Oh, so curious you're begging to know how we did it, huh? Well, I'll tell you. We borrowed some money.
You borrowed some money?
Yup, when we were at our wits' end, there happened to be the executive of a financial corporation watching everything unfold, see?
I think the corporation was called Jack Finance or something like that. Thanks to him, we were able to take care of everything. Something.
But if you get a loan...
Don't worry, I put the loan in your name. 3 million yen for 3 people staying at the hotel, 150,000 for 3 return tickets, and souvenirs worth around another 3,500,000, bringing the grand total to 3.5 million yen, which is about $25,550.
Is that so?
This is your fault, you know.
It's your punishment for not inviting us on your honeymoon.
You're still as eloquent as ever, I see. What you did is unacceptable.
Yeah. Now's the time to be relaxed, bitch.
Who is it? Heya, folks! To whom do I have this pleasure? I am a representative from Jack Finance. I've been told that some Japanese people have borrowed money from an executive at our Hawaiian branch. I'm from Japanese headquarters, and Kogetsu's the name. I've come on behalf of the Hawaiian branch executive to collect the money. I have a copy of the paperwork.
Aw, Melanie, did you owe these people some money or something?
No.
But the fact that your name's written on it, isn't that proof that you did borrow some?
Guess you have to pay the money back. That's right, the total is 3.5 million yen. I'll make sure you pay it all back.
3.5 million yen in debt? That's insane.
A wife who borrows money from some corporation. I suppose you were unlucky this time, Daichi, darling.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about, eh? I've been asking the 3 of you goddamn maggots to repay the money.
The 3 of you? Surely you don't mean us.
Bruh, why wouldn't I mean you 3 asshats? Why is it us, though? Because you borrowed money, simple as that.
No, isn't it Melanie's name on the IOU? What's so funny? Melanie, do you know something about this?
I think it's about time we revealed the truth.
Reveal the truth?
Yes, ma'am. You see, I'd always known that you borrowed money to get back here.
Wait, no way, but how? How?
This kind gentleman contacted Daichi, you see?
When I obtained the copy of the official IOU, he noticed something strange when he saw the name and address of the debtor on the paperwork. Fearing the worst, I contacted Daichi, and lo and behold, he adamantly claimed he never borrowed money from anyone at all.
An eye could be put on it when information about where the money was borrowed was revealed, but there wasn't any solid evidence.
Even the testimony of the Hawaiian branch executive alone was not enough evidence to prove anything.
There's no point in talking about it then, since you don't have any proof.
For real?
Indeed. That's why I'd set up a trap.
What?
Set up a trap to catch you 3 red-handed and saying that you used my name alongside Daichi's to borrow money from the corporation.
Huh? Oh, wait a minute. Right when we got back, you asked us about how you came back, and we told you?
I knew you would tell us right away because, come on, this is you people that we're talking about.
And then Daichi contacted me, and here we are now.
So, from the beginning, we were trapped.
Indeed, you were.
Wait, about getting us to say that we used Melanie's name, but you don't have any proof of that either.
True. Mr. Kogetsu from Jack Finance wasn't here in this house at that time.
What?
Did you really think we would act without planning anything beforehand?
I have all the evidence I'll ever need.
Daichi had the whole conversation an hour ago recorded.
And I should tell you this, I have also listened to the testimonies in the audio data that Daiichi sent me.
So, our debts, can we.
No, you will never escape.
And you were trying to get away with this using such a ridiculously low level of deception. Daiichi and his new wife just told me that they were going to travel south, and that's good enough to make you think you were going to Hawaii and went there, see?
What?
You still don't get it, do you?
You?
So you were Koike, Daiichi's childhood friend? And because of my job and how I ought to act inconspicuously in public, I often wear these when you walk around the neighborhood.
I see. The reason why Daichi was in contact with someone like you is because you are his childhood friend.
That's right. I thought Daiichi, the most earnest man I've ever known, and his wife would never borrow money from an organization like us.
So that's what happened.
And my name is not Koike. The name's Kogetsu, written as Lake and Moon. Remember that.
And now you know the truth. Well then, everyone, do your best to pay off your debts.
Please, wait a minute. 3.5 million yen is simply ridiculous.
And another thing, I'll report this to the police, too.
The police? Why?
The fraudulent signatures you made are a legitimate act of forgery, which is a crime under Article 159 of the Criminal Code.
The Criminal Code? What do you mean?
You will be arrested.
Arrested? They're the testimonies on the voice recorder, so you can't get away from this either, you know.
But above all else, we're family, so.
That's completely besides the point. The actions you three resorted to are that severe.
Wait a minute. You say you three, but it was Akemi who actually wrote the names on the IOU document. I'm innocent in this.
Excuse me? You were the one that suggested using Melanie's name.
In that case, then, Eri, who also agreed to that, is also guilty of the crime.
Hey, don't frickin' drag me into this, too.
You goddamn spoiled rat! It was you who said you wanted to go to Hawaii in the first place, and now look where we are.
Big words coming from people who were so enthusiastic to go to Hawaii with me.
Huh, this is freaking pathetic. Daiichi, my condolences, I guess, bro. You're having a hard time, I can tell. You're spot on, bro.
Anyway, I'm not to blame.
Neither am I.
Neither am I. Don't worry, I'll report all three of you to the police.
What? Hey now, were you listening to what I was frickin' saying?
I heard it loud and clear, Mrs. Sawada. Everything I heard confirms you three conspired against Daichi and me and tried to get us in trouble.
You're finished, idiots. Give up.
Hey, Daichi, are you seriously abandoning us?
We're family, aren't we?
Abandon you? You did such terrible things to my precious wife, and yet you can claim I'm abandoning you?
Well, maybe I was joking a little bit.
That's right. That's what they call a frivolous attitude.
There is no way that forcing a debt of nearly $26,000 on someone can be dismissed as a frivolous attitude.
Mom, Dad, Eri, I'm disillusioned by this incident.
You brought all of this on yourselves.
And even you seem so cold, Melanie darling.
That's right. You were always so kind to us, and even I thought of all of us as a real family once upon a time. I was able to buy you all some slightly expensive things because I considered you a lovely family.
We still see you as family too, dear.
But you treated me like a convenient bipedal wallet and tried to push debt onto me for the most selfish of reasons.
Please, let me.
I can't see people like that as my family anymore.
Melanie, we were so wrong in doing any of that.
We're truly sorry. We'll make it up to you, we swear.
If things continue like this, we'll...
I don't mind the debt anymore, but we absolutely forbid ourselves from ever having a criminal record. We'll never ask you for money again, Melanie. Please, please forgive us.
You absolutely forbid yourselves from ever having a criminal record? I hate that you three aren't feeling remorseful towards what you did to me, and instead you just don't want to admit your sins.
No, we...
Yeah, no, I just cannot forgive you. I have no intention of getting involved with you ever again.
That being said, your debts of 3.5 million yen, and in addition to that...
Well then, do your best at paying for your crimes, people.
No, please!
God damn it!
After that, I called the police and the 3 criminals were arrested for forgery of official documents. The main perpetrators, Mr. and Mrs. Sawada, received heavy punishment, and their accomplice, Eri, also received a punishment appropriate to her involvement in the crimes. The 3 also still owe 3.5 million yen to Jack Finance. And since Daichi has severed ties with what was once his family because of this incident, even if they are released from prison, there will be no place for them to return to or rely on. From a fun trip to Hawaii to debt and arrest, I suppose plunging from heaven to hell is pretty much exactly what happened in the end. Meanwhile, we're living peacefully, immersed in the amazing memories of our Antarctic trip. It would be nice to go to Antarctica again. No, maybe the North Pole would be better next time. Trouble Busters!